In today's video, I am going to be using the Clairol Colour Studio. This is their permanent colour cream. This box contains the colour cream and the developer, and this is kind of the nearest they have to what I would expect you to see in a salon when you were getting your hair done. Anyway, if this is something that interests you, then please hang around because I'm going to be applying this product and showing you the step-by-steps that I go through as well as the end results. Welcome back to Selfcare Karen. Selfcare Karen is all about empowering busy women with their self-care. I have got hundreds of beauty reviews here on YouTube, as well as guided meditations and a therapy called EFT, you might know it as tapping. And off YouTube, I sell products and services related to self-care, particularly for women, things like custom crafted scripts and videos and skincare consultations. If you want to know more about what I do off YouTube, then do take a look at the video description. I've got a link there to my website, as well as a link to my mailing list. If you sign up to my mailing list, I don't bombard you with emails. I send 2 emails a month containing inspirational kind of information around self-care. I highlight videos that I've been uploading. I also talk about any kind of new products and services. And if you wanted to get exclusive discounts to my website shop, then you need to be part of the mailing list to get those. Okay, so I am really excited for today's video, although I have to admit that yesterday when I was preparing, I was thinking, right, I need to dye my hair. What do I need? I looked at the products that I've had in my stash for Clairol Colour Studio, and I realised that actually I've kind of bought some of the wrong products. Anyway, this Colour Studio, I've been eyeing up for months. I mean, maybe even longer, maybe it's a year or so. And basically, if you go online and look at it, because they sell the mixing bowl and the brush, this is kind of, for me, the closest they've got to what you would have done in a salon. Now, many moons ago, I used to go to a hairdresser to have my hair coloured, and she always used Wella on my hair. And I only found out recently, but Wella and Clairol are part of the same company. So I guess Clairol is their kind of more DIY, do it at home use kind of products, and Wella are for hairdressers, for professionals that are dyeing hair. So I was really excited, but then I realised that actually in order to do the dyeing today, what I need is a mixing bowl. So what I've got is, I was going to buy them, but I thought it's just plastic. I'm going to throw it away anyway. So I'm using one of these plastic cups that a Aldi gelato came in. Very yummy, actually. And then I had a brush already, but you can buy their application brush. And then I'm not sure if they include gloves, but I've got some really tight gloves because I've got small hands and I find that the gloves are typically a bit too big. I also have the primer. This is the pre-colour serum, okay? And this apparently is enough for 2 to 3 applications. So I'm going to be using that. And then I've already showed you this, but this is the Colour Permanent Colour Cream. And this says apply after pre-colour serum. I've got the Hazelnut Brown, and inside the box here we've got what have we got? We've got the actual colour, the tube of the colour. We've got the developer, yeah, and then there is a sachet of nourishing treatment and some gloves. Okay, so I might use those. I'll see how they go, but I also have in my stash another one of these primers, which I bought 2 by mistake. You know how you kind of can easily up the quantity, and I didn't check when I was buying. And then also I've got a conditioner, and what they have is a shampoo and conditioner in the range. I've only got the conditioner, which is for like aftercare. So I will probably buy the shampoo as well, just so that I can try out the shampoo and the conditioner. I'll see how I feel about that, because I've got a lot of actually shampoo and conditioners to be trying out here on the channel. Anyway, let me tell you a bit more about what it says here. It says, metals are deposited on hair wash after wash, causing damage and off tones when you colour. With metal purifier technology, our colour cream helps remove metals to protect hair and improve colour uptake. Enjoy rich colour that lasts up to 10 weeks. And 100% grey coverage with hair that is up to 6 times stronger. Use the Colour Studio full system to better neutralise metals and get visibly healthier coloured hair. Okay, so the reason I went for 10 weeks is there's no way that I can, I mean, on the lengths, yes, but the roots, no. My roots regrow 2 to 3 weeks in. And apologies because I've got terrible lighting here in the bathroom, but basically anything that you can see that is shimmering is regrowth. And actually I stayed overnight in a hotel last week, and there must have been down lighting, and I got sight of my hair, my roots, before I sprayed it. I usually use like some sort of temporary hair colour spray in between dyeing, because I try and avoid dyeing my hair that often, and it's really, really bad regrowth at the moment. So what I've decided is, despite the fact that I do have damaged hair, so I'm perimenopausal, I frequently dye my hair. I've been dyeing my hair since 2015, so it's a long time, and as I get quite quick regrowth, I apply dye over dye. I try and concentrate on the root area, but today I'm actually going to go over and do the whole head of hair, just because I want to get a bit of colour consistency. I feel it is a little bit patchy, and that's probably because of the fact that I've been using different products over the top of each other. So I'm going to do the whole head of hair today. So I have oily roots. I washed my hair yesterday, so this is day 2. I already feel like I could do with washing again, but instead I'm going to dye my hair so you can see the regrowth here. And you know what I'm realising is that it's hard for me to tell because there's so much grey in there, but my dark brown is really quite a cold dark brown, and I'm glad that I can colour it and make it a little bit warmer, because I think it's a bit, I think the warmer tone kind of suits my skin tone a bit better, but I don't know, maybe I'm wrong there. Anyway, apologies that I am barefaced, etc, etc. It's Sunday morning. This is my only opportunity to dye my hair. I really want to get it done, because there comes a time when the regrowth is so much that I have to use so much of that temporary spray, which leaves a residue, and I don't like it, because if you're using it in lots of areas, it kind of feels a bit gunky. So although it is a saviour, I have to say it is a real saviour, and I'll put a link to the Clairol one in the video description. Oh, and I suppose that's a good time to say this video is not sponsored, so this is my honest opinion of this product. I've not been paid to say anything specific about this product, but I am an Amazon associate, which means that I may earn from qualifying purchases. In the video description, I'll put links to the products that are available on Amazon. If you follow the link and you then purchase the product, I might get a small commission at no extra cost to you. So the price is what the price is, but I get a little bit of a commission for being an affiliate for Amazon. But as I said, all the views here are my own. Okay, so I'm going to get ready. Currently I'm wearing, let me show you, the Gruffalo pajamas. Let me see if I can show you here. So my son and I have got matching pajamas this year, which is lovely. I did have matching pajamas with him when he was a little baby, and I still wear the pajamas, but of course he's completely grown out of them now. He's 7 years old, but we've now got matching pajamas again, which is so cute. And I bought them in an extra large size. He's 7, I've got him 9 to 10, so that they last a few years at least. Anyway, I digress. So I'm going to get ready. I'm going to put on my hair dye or hair colouring bra. I've got a dressing gown as well that I wear when I'm dyeing my hair, just to avoid getting stains on anything. And I've already shown you the kind of equipment that I've got ready to be able to apply. So let me get suited up and I'll come back to you. So this is my son and this is us in our matchy gym jams. That you've got the Gruffalo on too. Say hello, sweetie.
Hello.
Okay, so here are the instructions, and it says prepare to colour. Pour brush and bowl. So pour the entire content of the developable bottle into a non-metallic bowl, so a plastic bowl. Pierce the opening of the colour cream tube and squeeze the entire tube in the same bowl. Mix with the brush until the colour is completely mixed. And then it says empty the entire contents. Oh, hang on, or applying with, so you can apply with brush and bowl. Oh, I just see my camera's at an angle here. You can apply with brush and bowl, or you could apply with the bottle. Oh, I'm going to do brush and bowl because I got all excited feeling like I was going to be a professional hairdresser. And then I'm going to be going on the route. There's two routes, like if you are a frequent colouring or a new colour. I'm going to go as though it's new colour. So if you've never coloured your hair, want to change your colour dramatically, or have not coloured in over 3 months, this is for you. Okay, don't really fit into that category, but I'm going to go with it anyway. And it says apply all over. Okay, so I can do it with the brush or I can do it with the bottle. I'll probably end up doing it with my fingers because I find that to be the best way. And then some shades you need 45 minutes, but not the one that I've got. You just leave it on for 30 minutes. But before I even get started, it says, using combination with pre-colour serum sold separately, apply a generous amount from lengths to ends, avoiding roots. Start colouring immediately without rinsing off the serum. Okay, and then once I'm washing off, when the time is up, rinse the water runs clear, shampoo, apply the nourishing treatment, which is a sachet. So I need to remember to cut the top off, or take scissors into the shower with me, and then leave it on for 2 minutes and rinse again. All right. So I think I'll mix the colour first, and then I will put the serum on because I don't want there to be a delay. Okay, so I'm going to, what did they say? Do the colour, pierce the skew, so developer goes first. So funnily enough, the number 2 goes number 1. Okay, it's a bit weird. Right, so I'm going to pour that into my gelato cup. And this gives us an excuse to buy more, because this one will go in the recycling after we have used it. Okay, okay. Can you just hold that, darling, and that top, just let it drip a little bit while I get this ready. Don't get it on you. Yeah. Okay, so handy having a helper. I'm going to pierce the tube here with the top of the cap. And then I'm going to empty the tube in. Okay, pass it back. Thank you so much, darling. Oh, it's not very good at coming out. It might be less wasteful, actually, of product if you actually did it in this bottle to apply. But anyway, I got all excited about using a brush, so that's what I'm going to be doing. Okay, so hold that upside down. We might get a little bit more out of it, darling. Okay, so now I've got the tube ready. I'm going to squeeze it in. This is the colour cream. Okay, so I'm just going to mix this up with the brush. I probably should have put my gloves on, but mixy. Oh, it's probably better to do it in a bowl than I've got it a lot on the brush, but I think I'm going to actually end up applying this with my gloved hands. Okay, so that looks like it's mixed. I'm now going to apply the serum, and then I'll put the gloves on. Right, I'm going to apply the serum from the lengths to the ends. Oh God, how to do this? Well, let's see what the thickness is like. Oh, it's quite gunky. Okay, that's fine. So it's like kind of like a gel. So let me just do from, I really want to saturate. I've used dyes before that have got this. In fact, it might have been a Clairol one. They seem to have a lot of kind of crossovers. Yeah, that's right. I did the Pure Brunette recently that had a detox serum in it. So this, I don't really know what the difference is going to be, but maybe the results are better. I don't know. Okay, so another gel-like dollop. And just trying to avoid my roots, doing the lengths. Right, that is saturated. My hands feel disgusting. I'm going to wash my hands. Then I'm going to glove up and I'm going to start applying, and I'll show you the application process, part of it anyway, because I do need to be nearer to a mirror to actually get everything sorted. Okay, I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I've got the gloves that they provide out, but I think you'll see that these are going to be a bit too big for me. So I will start using them. Oh. I mean, my hands are so small. No, I'm not going to use them. I can't even, it's got more than one finger in. It's very wasteful, but they just don't fit. They don't fit, and it's going to make the application really difficult. So I'm going to use these instead, okay, which I bought in bulk. Actually, I got them from my mum because she was doing some painting work and wanted to protect her hands. And these are like latex free, powder free. And my son used them too, so that their hands wouldn't get cut. Oh, my hands are a bit wet, so they're not going on properly. Bit of a disaster because I had washed my hands and they were wet trying to get these gloves on, so not great today. Can you pass me the mixture, please? Okay, so I'm going to start applying the mixture. Thank you to my little helper. And I'm going to start with the brush, and I'm just going to do with the brush, which I'm not even sure where I got the most visible roots, but I can quickly know that I am going to use the gloves to apply this. It will just, oh God, it's quite strong smelling. Oh yeah, definitely got ammonia in it. Okay, I think I'm already ready to move from the brush to the fingers. The brush is not great. Clearly that is for, I mean, it's not the Clairol one, so I can't really comment on the brush because I don't know where I got it from. I'm just applying now with the gloves. You can get much more product in, really saturate in there in the roots. I find I get a lot of visible greys around the hairline, but also on the crown, so it's sort of like the back of my head here. I think that's what the crown is, but who knows. Okay, I'm just going to work to really, really saturate as much as I can, especially around the hairline. And I will apply all over, so not just to the root area, but to the lengths too, because I want to, as I said, I just want to make sure I've got a bit better even colour this time round. Okay, so I'll come back and let you know the next step in the process. Okay, I applied it all now. If I have got some on my skin, I'm not so bothered, because if there is any staining, I use like a baby wipe or some micellar water, which I don't actually have at the moment, but a baby wipe normally just gets it off. So I'm going to leave it on for 30 minutes and then I will wash it off, shampoo my hair, put the conditioner sachet on for 2 minutes, rinse that out, and then, thank you darling, and then I've got a little helper today, and then I will come back to you with it wet and washed out, but also I'll come back to you in a day or so you can see how the colour has settled. Okay, see you in a minute. Just to say, the smell is intense. It's one of those smells that kind of gets in your eyes. It's very overpowering. I've told my son to sort of leave. The consistency though is quite good of the solution. It doesn't drip too much, and it's been fairly easy to apply. In fact, I think I did it all with the kind of looking at myself in my phone rather than going to a mirror, and I think I've done, well, time will tell if I've done a good job or not. Okay, so that was quite nice to wash off. My hair feels, or at least it felt in the shower, very, very soft. Doesn't feel that way now, it feels a bit straw-like actually. But the conditioner felt lovely on. So if the sachet is the same as the conditioner that I've bought, that is really good. I think I will get the shampoo and I'll see if they're any good at protecting colour. Maybe not this colour, but colour. Anyway, before I brush or comb through my hair, I'm going to apply some leave-in conditioner. I had a microfiber towel or turban on my hair. I always use microfiber on my hair where possible. And now I'm just going to spray with this Redken 25 Benefits One United. This is a game changer in my hair care routine. I always use a leave-in conditioner before I even touch my hair with a brush or a comb. I'm going to be quite liberal because of the fact that I've just, you know, put a ton of chemicals onto my hair and it feels a bit straw-like. I may regret that because tomorrow my hair may feel really, really greasy again, but I just want to get slippage, lots of slippage, so that I can easily comb out my hair. And as I said, I will come back to you once it's dried. So I'll probably come back in a couple of days, just so clumps of hair are coming off, or a clumpet of hair is coming off there. That happens to me quite often when I dye my hair. I think anything that was about to fall just it speeds it up on its way. It's a bit early for me to say about the colour result. I've got a feeling that I might have missed a few wisps at the front here, but I will come back, as I said, once it's dry, probably after I've washed it again once more, just to show the kind of final result. Yeah, so I will see you in a few days. I keep on forgetting to mention that the dye that I used before this one was the Schwarzkopf Live in the Intense Brown, I think it was, and I'll link that video here. I do so many hair dye at home videos. Hair care in general is something that I do a lot of videos on, but I've created a playlist that is just of the hair dyes or the hair colours that I've been using. So if you want to take a look at the other brands, other products that I've tried out here on my channel, then just link to the playlist up here. I really did think I was going to film a couple of days later, but I've actually washed my hair twice since I dyed it, because it is now Friday and I dyed my hair on Sunday. So I washed my hair on Tuesday and on Thursday, and I will wash it again tomorrow on Saturday. So definitely can tell you how the colour is settled. I will say to you that I feel that I have chosen the wrong colour. So I went with a Hazelnut Brown. I probably should have gone with a darker colour. And I also think that I should have left it on longer, because in certain lights I can already see the regrowth happening, or it didn't quite catch the bottom, the really grey bits right on the root line. So that's a little bit disappointing. It was actually quite an easy kit to use in the end. The serum, I'm still a bit on the fence about if these serums do anything. I guess I need to try this without the serum, but I've got so much serum that I'm going to try and use this up. And I wonder if I can use this in conjunction with other hair products. I don't know. I don't know if there'll be some sort of chemical reaction, which is probably not a good thing. But I guess this is the closest that Clairol do in retail to the Weller range, which is obviously related, which is a range that is there for professional hairdressers. So if you want to kind of feel a bit bougie and a bit kind of, I'm an expert at dyeing hair, then maybe you want to give this a go. But I think it is probably, I'd need to check, but I think it's probably a little bit more expensive than your regular hair dye. So I don't know that have experienced better results because I've paid that much more and I've got the serum. The sachet of conditioner was really lovely on, and I assume that that is the same as the conditioner that I've got in a bottle. So I think I will try the shampoo and conditioner together and see if that prolongs the colour on my hair. So watch out for a future video on that. But for now, I think, you know, probably I needed to keep it on a bit longer, maybe take a bit more care applying. It hasn't done the best job that I was hoping for. But the condition of my hair is fine, and overall I'm happy with the colour, and I'm pleased that I've done my roots. If you want to recommend any kind of hair dyes or hair care products or any kind of beauty products for me to try out here on the channel, please do put a comment below. I'd love to hear what your favourite hair dye is, because, you know, I will, if I haven't tried it out, I'll definitely give it a go if I can source it. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't done so already. Check me out online, selfcarekaren.com. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, you are in perfect time. See you soon.